Hello, if you've been here before, welcome back. If not, hi, my name is David. I'm joined by my lovely boyfriend,
Hi, my name is Matthew.
and we are doing the monthly wrap up of all the movies that we watched in February. This month we watched 6 movies. Most of them were rewatches for me, and just catching up on stuff for you to know the cultural references. Like I do with my reading wrap ups, if you watch those. I record half of the month first and then the latter half of the month, so it's easier on me editing it. So we've already recorded the first half of the month, which was the majority of the movie. So, but you will see that clip first. So, without further ado, we shall go into the past. Do you have anything to say to the past?
Don't forget to do your taxes.
Hello, we're in the past now. Say hi from the past.
Hi from the past.
Yes. So the first movie that we watched in February was Iron Lung, directed by Mark Fishback is his real name, aka Markiplier.
Did you know that his mother thought that he would be the second coming of Jesus and also Buddha?
Is this a reference to something?
This is a reference to her book. She wrote a book.
She wrote a book?
She wrote a book about her son.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, oh yeah, my son's going to be the next Buddha or something like that. And it's really wild.
So this is the description on Letterboxd. This is not an expedition, it's an execution. In a post-apocalyptic future after, quote, the quiet rapture, unquote, event, a convict explores a blood ocean on a desolate moon using a submarine called the Iron Lung to search for missing stars and planets. And so I gave it a total of 3.8 out of 5. I thought it was fine, you know.
It was a movie. It's not that I hated it. It's so after we watched this movie, we had a bit of a heated debate about how
it's supposed to be.
How it's supposed to be, and there's a lot of information that hits you at once. And we did some research onto the game itself, and there's not really a story.
Yeah.
There's a setting that they tell you about, like just to tell you, like, oh hey, here's a brief rundown of why you're here, what's going on. This is the setting, but there's no
actual lore.
There's not much lore. There's not motivations to make you want to know oh, why am I here? How did I get here?
But because it's a movie, they have to make it actual story. And so I talked to my professor about it, who watched it before I did. He said that he felt like it bit off more than it could chew, and I felt like that was a very accurate statement. But overall, I think that was a fine, competent movie. I think it was just a lot of passion behind it, and it was made for fans of the show, of the game.
I think honestly it was more made for fans of Markiplier.
That too. Yeah.
So when we went to the movie theaters, before I joked about how oh haha, I said wear Five Nights at Freddy's merch.
Oh yeah.
But when we got to the theater, there were tons of people, not tons of people, but there was a good amount of people who were wearing Markiplier merch, Five Nights at Freddy's merch, and other general gaming stuff. So it was kind of it's more about the fans of Markiplier than anything.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought it was a good horror movie.
Oh yeah, it was good.
Sci-fi as well. And it was long too, but it didn't feel that long. And the Pokemon that we chose for this movie was Basculegion, which is the Hisuian evolution of the evolution. It's the evolution of the Hisuian form of Basculegion, because a fish made of ghost death, right?
It's a Basculegion is made by the spirits of many dead Basculins.
Yes. And so I just did both the male and female version, which is the white and the red, and that felt appropriate for this. I think the effects were really good.
Oh yeah,
thinking about the fish aspect of Basculegion to the fish of Iron Lung,
there's only one big fish.
Yeah, but that was really well made.
Yeah, it was really well made. Iron Lung is so good. I wish it wasn't based off a game.
This movie would be good if it was good. The next movie that we watched was Inkheart, which came out in 2008, directed by Ian Softly. This is a rewatch for me. Did you ever watch it?
I have never watch or consume any Inkheart or Spell or
because I read the book series when I was in middle school, and I'm rereading the series now. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see it. This is the second book. It's ready to be read.
Let me grab it out without looking
It's
at
on
it.
top of. There's other books on top. It's gonna fall. This is the description on Letterboxd. Every story ever written is just waiting to be real. The adventure of a father and his young daughter in their search for a long lost book that will help reunite a missing close relative. This is a rewatch, and when it came out, it was good, and when I rewatched it, it was good. You know, I gave it a 4 out of 5. It is better than Iron Lung according to our stats.
To your stats?
To our stats, yeah. And I thought, you know, it stars a lot of like really famous actors nowadays that weren't famous back then. I mean, I guess Helen Mirren was pretty famous during that time, but Dustfinger is played by the singer who played Vision in Avengers.
What?
Yeah, I forget his name. Oh my god, I forget his name. He's played by the singer who plays Vision in Avengers and in WandaVision.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. He was hotter in this movie than he was in.
Well, because he had long hair.
It is because he did have longer hair, yeah.
And younger.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well,
ageism.
Well, I'm sorry, old people. It was very interesting watching this movie for me because I don't want to be like I'm the only one who consumed all these 2000s movies, but I mean, yeah, I was growing up in the 2000s. There's a lot of like I don't want to say through lines, but there's a lot of similarities between like this, Bridge of Terabithia.
Oh my god, yeah.
There's another movie that I'm thinking about that like had these like fairy tale series, whatever, kind of like come to life. And it's very interesting of like a lot of these like kind of movies that like talk about fantasies and use fairy tales as like a setting to talk about something is always talking about something about life. Like this one is a lot about like being an artist and dealing with your work when it goes out to the open. There's a huge family aspect of it, and a lot more about like being a parent. I don't want to say a lot about being a parent, but a lot more about the adults in the situation compared to like Bridge of Terabithia, where there's these fairy tale creatures that they didn't come to life. They're in the minds of the children, but they're used in a way of like coping with being a child.
Is it like, I mean, I don't remember much about Bridge of Terabithia, but it is like a coming of age.
It is a coming of age.
This movie didn't feel so much as a coming of age, but it definitely felt like, you know, the main character, Maggie, is definitely, you know, learning how to be herself and like, spoiler alert, she also has the power that her father has. Her father also played by Brendan Fraser.
I'm surprised that I didn't watch this movie because my mom has a huge crush on Brendan Fraser.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought this was a really good adaptation as well. I mean, it has been known by people, fans of the book, that this was a fine adaptation. I think that, I mean, it cut and added some parts that were like fine-ish, like in the movie, for example, Maggie summons the Toto from Wizard of Oz. The Toto from Wizard of Oz, but in the book, in that scene, she summons the little tin soldier. This movie had like this sort of thing of like in that time, you have to keep everyone's attention, and so like there was like a chasing in the beginning of the movie that didn't really like make sense. I did like that they added they were trying to escape from the main antagonist's village, and so what they did was they summoned the hurricane from Wizard of Oz. There's a lot of Wizard of Oz in this movie. A tornado.
I think they use it because I was thinking about it too.
There's a hurricane, the tornado, Toto.
In the eye of a hurricane.
Yeah. They had the tornado, Toto.
Those are the only two things.
But there were like big moments too.
They are big moments.
Because also they have the house because I was like thinking, I mean, obviously it was like CGI or it's like some sort of digital effect to have that Dorothy's house crash land on the road to block the passage of the antagonist, and had like moments there. I was like, that's definitely a significant part and money to do that, you know. And so, I mean, this was a big love letter to childhood stories like that, you know.
There's a lot that I was thinking about too when I'm like watching the movie. They are so lucky that they did not have that Disney didn't have the rights to Rapunzel yet.
Oh my god, yeah,
They
because
just have
Rapunzel was there
Rapunzel's in
too.
it, that they go out of their way to use the Arabian Nights
Mhm.
book and like nothing else
Oh.
connected to it. Like, I mean, Aladdin's not 40 Thieves,
Yeah,
but like
definitely came from that.
came from that. So there's so many like books where I'm like, oh, it's a good thing they like Disney didn't have the rights for this, because then some of these little things would not have happened in the movie.
Yeah, and I mean, like in
That's
the
probably why they use Wizard of Oz so much, because at the
that's
time,
true.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, the book itself used a lot of different like heavy references to like 1900s,
also I feel like
1800s stories.
Mhm.
You know,
I feel like a lot of the like references in the book. Oh yeah, they had the winged monkeys.
oh, the winged monkeys.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
winged
that's
monkeys.
also Wizard
But
of
like a
Oz.
lot of the like
That wasn't a
references
big aspect, but yeah,
that they have were like side. I don't want to say side characters, but like it would be like quick references to like things in these books, like the crocodile from Peter Pan,
Crocodile from Japan.
the Minotaur from Greek myth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Sword and Stone from Arthurian legend.
yeah.
The gingerbread house.
The gingerbread house.
What was it? The raft. Tom Sawyer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Tom Sawyer, because when we were watching it, I was like, oh, they're gonna make it so that she can't have a scholarship anymore.
And so the Pokemon that we chose was Hoopa, which I'm not totally familiar with because I had like a little break of Pokemon thing. It was a thing. But I was never I'd never like experienced Hoopa in its heyday. And I just have to play the DLC for Legends to be able to experience it. But I know it does things with portals.
Yeah, it does things with portals. Did you not watch the movie with Hoopa?
No.
Oh, really?
No, I mean, I stopped watching the Pokemon movies after Gen 5.
I would say like if you watch the movie, it's very like
Yeah.
you would see why I thought that Hoopa was the best
Yeah.
option for it.
The next movie the next movie that we watched was Over the Hedge, which came out in 2006. We specifically watched this for Valentine's Day. We both worked on Valentine's Day, so the day prior we celebrated, and then we watched Over the Hedge. Rewatched it. Why did we want to rewatch it?
I think it's because we kept making jokes
Yeah,
to it.
at the restaurant.
We kept making jokes about it at the restaurant, coming back from the restaurant, and
Yeah.
we were kind of like, "Okay, let's watch."
I don't remember
Over the
what
Hedge.
jokes, but yeah.
I know that we did make the funny joke of like, "Oh, haha, RJ's really sexy," which I don't know if you're able to put the clip of Sapcube, but they have a in the Cy Cooper video, they make reference to raccoons in media and how RJ's the hottest one.
Raccoon, did you see that Over the Hedge movie?
I didn't.
Oh my god, the new Raccoon's so great.
Oh, really?
Yeah, nah, he's really hot.
Oh, cool.
Anyways, Over the Hedge, 2006, directed by Carrie Kirkpatrick and Tim Johnson, which was a rewatch for both of us. This is what it says on Letterboxd. It's like a tagline: "Get over it." A scheming raccoon fools a mismatched family of forest creatures into helping him repay a debt of food by invading the new suburban sprawl that popped up while they were hibernating, and learns a lesson about family himself. Yeah, it's good. It's just a good children's book. I give it a
movie.
4.15 out of 5 according to my
Much better than Lion
much
and Lion.
better. Yeah.
So one of the things I was doing for funsies was doing the like making a mountain out of a molehill.
Oh my god, yeah.
Of it, where it's like you make some sort of like social, economic, political
Connection.
connection to us, to children's media. There's a podcast that's called Mount Molehill that is a good example of this.
This is also inspired by Athena P, obviously.
Yeah, also inspired by Athena P. Where like you watching the movie and like, yeah, there is a really good commentary about like overconsumption, environmentalism,
American Dream, poverty,
and also most importantly, family.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, there was, to me, I was like, this is a very easy, like, there could be an easy step towards cosmic horror here.
Oh yeah, that was so fun.
They, like, the critters, they are hibernating and they wake up and all of a sudden, like, their entire habitat has been closed in by this huge hedge that they can't comprehend, and then past it are alien visages that they also cannot comprehend. And then you got RJ over here playing Call of Cthulhu, understanding every
Mhm.
single thing and trying to guide them. And then stuff goes wrong when they encounter the alien that tries to kill them, to exterminate them.
Mhm.
Vern, no, not Vern. Vern's
Burns the turtle.
the turtle. What's the name of the exterminator? Verminator.
Is that thing is just vermin? No,
No.
that doesn't sound
No,
right.
Verminator is the company. Whatever. Verminator exterminator guy walked so that Vector from Despicable Me could run, because they're both antagonists wearing orange and acting in the same way. Dwayne, his name is Dwayne. Anyways, he walked so that Vector could run. The voice acting was
That was good.
Okay, yeah. Some of
Oh,
them-
okay. There's one.
Unfortunately,
one.
we do have to say that Avril Lavigne's
Yeah.
voice acting was not that good.
Mhm.
However, everyone else is really good. I did not know and found out that Eugene Levy and Catherine O'Hara were the Porcupine parents. So rest in peace, Catherine O'Hara. And then what was it? Bruce Willis is
Bruce Willis is
Bruce
RJ.
Willis is RJ. Doesn't bring anything to the like. There's no Bruce
No.
Willis there. He's just a guy, I guess.
Which is, I mean, kind of good because most there's like a, what's the word? Discourse. There's a discourse with like the voice acting community about like getting celebrities, and the celebrities aren't really doing a good voice acting performance. They're
Avril
just
Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne.
I think that the voice actor for Vern was really good.
Yeah.
He was really good, and Wanda Sykes as well,
Mhm.
really good as well. So the Pokemon that we chose was Mousehold, which is from the newest generation. You can see there's two different versions. There's the Mousehold that has four individuals, and then Mousehold with 3 individuals. And then the Pokédex entry says,
So for the family of 4, it says the 2 little ones just appeared one day. The group might be a family of related Pokemon, but nobody knows for sure. The larger pair protects the little ones during battles. When facing strong opponents, the whole group will join in the fight. And I feel like that's very good because, RJ destroys this family. He gets adopted by the rest of them. And even though that, like, they're all different kind of species of critters, they're still a family. And then also the last scene, they're all in a fight. And, like, all of the, each member of the critters contribute in the fight in some way. Also, Hammy, thanks for walking so that Quicksilver could run.
yes. Also noting William Shatner as Ozzy, also really good.
Mhm.
And then Hammy, Ben Stiller, right?
No, it's not Ben Stiller.
Ben
It's
Stiller.
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell, same
Mhm.
person. How's
Why are all
the
these actors getting straight by?
how's the Mousehold sound in the anime? It's like
That's how I sound like when I watch that movie.
the next movie that we watched, the last one we're going to talk about in the past, Fist of Fury, which came out in 1973, directed by Lo Wei. This was a movie that was on my list because of it was mentioned in my textbooks, film history textbooks, mainly for in the 70s, a lot of mainstream movies in East Asia, specifically in China, were getting pretty popular with the teenagers, and this was an action movie. This is the second famous movie from Bruce Lee. I think his last one before he died, I believe. I'm not fully sure. But Bruce Lee, this is what it says in the letterbox. Bruce Lee has done the impossible. He's surpassed himself. During the Japanese occupation of Shanghai, Chen Zhen, the star pupil of a recently deceased martial arts teacher, battles a Japanese dojo which seeks the demise of his master's fighting school. And I gave it a score of 4 out of 5. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. It was interesting because, I don't think you haven't seen this movie before, obviously.
No,
and I haven't seen this movie. And like, there's a good general consensus of like this movie being like mostly action scenes, which there is a lot of action scenes, but it felt it was also a murder mystery.
Well balanced.
Yeah, like the Bruce Lee when he's infiltrating the Japanese school, he like does different ways of doing it. He starts off with just going head first in, and then later on he uses like disguises to get into the school to infiltrate it.
Bruce Lee is having a lot of fun.
He's having a lot of fun. Yeah.
He gets, like you said, like in costumes, but then like his actual like fighting is also really good. The choreography is really good, and then like they have some cool effects as well. There's a huge body count as well, which is insane, which is really fun. The way you talk about it is like you've heard of it before.
I mean, have you never heard about Fist Fury? Oh, okay. Fist Fury is like, I mean, infamous. Just because like it's Bruce Lee. It was big during the 70s. It's kind of what like brought kung fu movies into the West. That being said, when we're watching the movie, the dubbing is bad, and like it did like start that precedent of like, okay, we need to get better at dubbing, and also like kung fu movies in general having bad dubs.
When I was in high school, when I was taking my world cinema class, my teacher always said, like, if you want to watch a foreign film, watch it in its original audio so you can get the audio inflection of the acting, and then just have subtitles. And that's what I've always wanted to do. And I could not find a version of this movie where it was just the original audio with subtitles. So Tubi just had the horrible dub.
That being said, it was very interesting to listen to the dub. Besides the, what's her name? The girlfriend of Chen.
I forget her name.
Girlfriend of Chen. We'll
Yuan.
put it. What?
Yuan, I believe.
Is it Yuan?
I think so.
Her voice act. Any of the girl voice acting was just girl. This is girl.
This is girl. Yeah.
But for the guys, they would find ways to like have Western audiences, mostly American,
differentiate between them.
Differences between them were like they gave like the accent of like oh, this is a cool hard-boiled guy with Chen. It would be like really it would be very easy for kids in the 70s to understand like, oh, what is this guy's personality just based off of his voice acting. So like
very archetypical,
and I will say like I don't know if this is like the beginning of like how you see voice acting nowadays, but it's definitely like what started the rock beds for it.
Yeah. And I thought that the story was pretty fine. It was like not all action, like you said, and it was like a murder mystery type of deal.
I want to say one almost said film noir, but like it feels too goofy when he does his murder mysteries.
It's close to. I was definitely pulling from those aspects and trying to do something new. And like there were parts when I was watching this movie that I was like, oh, I can recognize this being referenced in other movies. And not just in like other action movies, just in movies in general. And so it was really cool to see like every once in a while I was like, oh yeah, this is a reference. This is a parody. Actually, no, this is the original that is being parodied in other things.
One downside of it, even though like it makes sense for the time period it's supposed to be, man, the racial stereotypes of the Japanese.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. They gave them like buck teeth. It was like
crazy.
Oh yeah.
But that was the 70s.
It was the 70s,
and this was made in China, in Shanghai. So they had their own ideas about that. Anyways, the Pokemon that we chose was Annihilate, which is the evolution, that's Paldea. Yeah. Paldea, an evolution of I almost said Infernape. I'm Pokemon Mankey, and then Primeape, there you go.
Mankey is the first one.
Yeah, Mankey and then Primeape. And then in Paldea, we got Annihilate, which is a ghost fighting type because I guess like the evolution is like he just fought so much that he died. Like you evolve him,
he gets so angry he dies.
The way you evolve him is by using the same move again and again. What is it called?
It's Rage Fist. It's literally Fist of Fury.
And so, because Chen is just on his revenge quest, killing a bunch of people, we were like, okay, yeah, what's a Pokemon that fights so much? I was like, okay, just any fighting type works. But then he found Annihilate, and I was like, oh yeah.
When we were watching this movie, and I said in the last video where I'm now going to movies thinking of like, okay, what Pokemon this is? Obviously, I was like, oh yeah, Hitmonlee, because Hitmonlee is named after Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
But then as we were watching, I was like, nah, it feels too easy. And Annihilate feels right.
Yeah.
Okay, time to go to the future.
Anyways, we're back in the future. Do you have anything to say about the future?
I'm so happy you did your taxes.
The next movie that we watched in the month of February was The Mortuary Assistant, which came out in 2026, directed by Jeremiah Kipp. The synopsis in Letterboxd is: alone with the dead, Rebecca Owens, a recent mortuary science graduate, takes a night shift job at Riverfield's mortuary. Initially, the job seems straightforward: embalming bodies, completing paperwork, and keeping things tidy. But once Rebecca starts working the night shift, things take a dark turn. What did you think about?
I thought it was pretty good. There were a few things that we talked about that we wish that were pushed on. Like, it's a really good setup.
Yes.
The setting's really good. The premise is really good. It's one of those things that we talked about during our Iron Lung review, which was the fact that this is a video game. And even though in the video game we do learn about Rebecca.
Right, this movie is an adaptation of the video game of the same name, The Mortuary Assistant, and everything is very attached to the video game. Like, it's the same characters, same premise, same gameplay loop represented.
They made the actual mortuary, though, less hot in the movie.
True.
They did make him a little less hot, which is not bad.
Oh, the mortuary guy.
The mortuary guy.
Yes.
They made him. In the video game, he's ripped.
He's a dilf.
He's just ripped, and it's like you work on dead bodies.
Yeah.
This is like you do smoothies. Why are you ripped?
This is like Gale in Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're like, oh yeah, this wizard who reads books all the time and wants to go to the astral plane
has a six.
He has a six pack, which, like, what the fuck? Anyways, it's a pretty good adaptation 1-to-1, but like, when you think about it as a story, there are some things I wish there were more of. Actually, a few things from the game. There are multiple demons that demons.
Yes.
There's multiple demons that are in the game, and only like 2 of them show up in the movie. I feel like if they had one of the other demons in there, it would have been more fun to just like play around with, not to like overcrowd the situation, but like if they just used like the first, like that one demon as like her learning how to deal with it, or something like that.
Because like in the game, like you said, it's like 4 different demons, something like that. They said in the movie, like, you have to figure out the name of the demon. It would have been so much easier to just say, do you have 4 possible demons? Demon A, B, C, and D. Which one is it? And then she's working towards learning, and she's like, oh my god, it's demon C. That would have been sufficient enough, but they don't really detail that, and so it's sort of like kept in the dark. I forgot to say I rated this a 3.4 out of 5 on Letterboxd. In my notes, I saw this movie advertised on Regal, and I saw that the main actor was Willa Holland.
Yes.
And I wanted to watch it because of that, and I didn't tell Matthew why I wanted to watch, because Willa Holland is the voice actress for Aqua in the Kingdom Hearts series. And so I didn't tell him that when we were going in, that I only wanted to watch this movie because she was in there. And then we were watching the movie, and I turned to him, I was like, do you recognize her?
And I absolutely didn't. I thought that she was related to Tom Holland.
And there were times in the movie that like she would say someone's name, and I was like, that sounds like Aqua. And then I, because we've been playing through Kingdom Hearts, Matthew's been playing through Kingdom Hearts, and I've been watching him play Kingdom Hearts. And Aqua, I love Aqua.
I will say, I think that this movie would have done better if she was accompanied by like some sort of small rodent. Maybe he's a king of sorts.
I think my biggest issue with this movie is that... Oh, you're talking about Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
I think my biggest issue with this movie is that the scares, the horror elements were solid, but nothing felt entirely unique. Like, there's not that many jump scares, but there was definitely, people lingering in the corners and like weird things happening. I distinctly remember her being stuck in a bathroom and the water filling up with, or the room filling up with water. And I was like, we've seen this before. I've seen this before. These scares are not unique, and they just felt sort of samey. And I wanted something more unique with the movie. I think the camera work was crazy good. like they kept zooming in on different things that were like so. And they made the human body feel abstract and alien, and that was really fun. But I just needed more scares that were like unique. And then the scares that I did like were not used that commonly or that well. Like there was one where she calls the mortuary that she's assisting for, and his voice gets jumbled up and starts saying like sentences that's like, you should burn yourself alive, and it's because of the demon doing stuff. Now that was really cool, but there was no payoff for that. And then there were parts where a demon was like lurking around the corner with like all in darkness, and then in like pinpricks of red light that were terrifying, but it only happened 2 times and nothing else, and I was disappointed with that.
Which, like, if you played Mortuary Assistant, it makes sense. The game is more about like being unsettled the entire time because you see these demons just mess with you.
Yeah.
So it as a horror, like if you're going in for scares, you're not going to get them. But if you just want to be unsettled the entire time, it's not bad. I personally, I would put this around a 4 because I feel like it's more about atmospheric scariness than like being shocked.
Yeah. I would also note that like we haven't played Iron Lung or the Mortuary Assistant, but we've gotten most of our information about these video games through videos from Ryan Hollinger, who is an amazing YouTuber who talks about horror media and has made videos about Iron Lung before the movie and then the Mortuary Assistant after the movie came out. And so that's how we were able to learn more about the video games.
I think that she should have dealt with the demon that had red eyes by possibly using magic and maybe spiraling around like she's skating on ice or something like that. Come on, Willow.
And the Pokemon that we chose was Runerigus, which is the evolution of Galarian Yamask.
A powerful curse was woven into an ancient painting after absorbing the spirit of a Yamask. The painting began to move. Never touch its shadow-like body, or you'll be shown the horrific memories behind the picture carved into it.
We thought that was apt because there were a lot of the scares were focused around Rebecca's memories and her like past traumas that were being used against her by the demon trying to possess her. And so, that felt similar to Runerigus.
And also the fact of like in the movie she's seeing all these different drawings that are like runes. And she has to does have to use runes to solve the puzzle.
Runerigus will be either here or here. Do you want to touch it, pet it? I'll pet it if it's over here. The next movie that we watched in the month of February was Ready or Not, which came out in 2019, directed by the duo that is known as Radio Silence, Matt Bertinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillette. And synopsis in Letterboxd: a killer game of hide and seek. A young bride's wedding night turns into her worst nightmare when her ridiculously rich in-laws force her to play a gruesome game of hide and seek. This was a rewatch for me because next month, in March, or this month I guess now, Ready or Not 2 is going to come out with Catherine Newton as well. So Samara Weaving, main character, and then Catherine Newton is her sister. Which is starting right off of the ending of the first movie, and I really liked it, so I wanted to rewatch it, and so that Matthew could experience it for the first time. And I gave it a 4.3 out of 5. What did you think about this movie?
I found it very fun. I was expecting a horror, it to be a horror movie, just because that's what David lovingly spoon feeds me. It was a lot more of a comedy and an action than I thought it was going to be, which I loved how much they rag on rich people.
Oh yeah.
What was the name of the
family?
Not the family, but specifically the character, the main Rebecca.
The girl?
Yeah, it was Rebecca.
Grace. Rebecca was the last movie we talked about.
Man, Aqua's on my mind. So Grace, there's a lot of times where like they talk about how she's lesser than just because of her being an orphan, and she kind of runs with it because she's like, oh, I'm gonna be part of a family. It just is great that you guys are rich. But as she goes on with how fucking terrible these guys are. Even at the beginning of the movie, when she sees how stilted everybody is, she's kind of like, I don't like this family. I like my husband. They're just weird rich people.
Mm.
And then she finally says fucking rich people towards the end as she's like battered and bruised. And I was like, damn. Yeah.
Yeah, this is, it's rife with commentary and rife with like the themes of like us versus them, the rich people.
Mm-hmm.
This could very much fit in like they're vampires actually, but
Mm-hmm.
that kind of storytelling.
The Satan twist was fun.
Yes.
The Satan twist was fun. In the best way possible, when there's a shot where we get to see every single board game
Yes.
that this family has worked on.
Those are at least twice, at the very beginning with the
Mhm.
credits, and then towards the end when
There's 3 times.
There's 3 times.
There's
yes.
3 times. So there's one at the very beginning. There's a second as she's walking towards the secret family room.
Yes.
And then the last time when everything's burning up.
Yeah, because the family has like the shrine basically because they got their money through board games.
As we were looking at it, I was kind of like, oh, something's going on here with board games. Like those, what was it? It was Secret Society, Family Tradition,
Quiplash. Uno.
TKO.
Secret
There-
Hitler.
there's-
No.
And then one of them was what's his name?
The Bale's Gambit.
Yeah, the Bale's Gambit.
Yeah.
Which I think was a very good way of like trying to be like, it's not Satan, but then it's Satan.
Yeah.
And it being a Satan thing was very good. Like, oh, okay, it's the commentary of like rich people sold their souls kind of thing.
And it kept it very ambiguous
Mhm,
throughout up until like the last like 5 minutes.
Which wow, those last
really
5
good.
minutes.
Like it's a really bombastic ending that was really, really fun. Watching that in theaters is so good.
Mhm.
And I'm trying to remember how I was thinking about like when I first watched it, the reveal, but like it was a really well built up reveal. I think that the characters were the best part in this movie.
Mhm.
It's very well built up, these individual characters, and they didn't feel like caricatures so much as archetypes of real people. But also it's like, these are exaggerated and still like a lot. But it was really fun. The acting is really good. There are some really great comedic moments and then really horrifying horror moments.
It was really good. I just did not like the last minute. There's a last minute betrayal that is like slightly foreshadowed, but it's very bad. It felt like they were building up to how this one person is not like the rest of his family.
Yeah. Grace's husband. Alex. Yeah.
They had this whole thing about like, oh, he's going to be like the next head of the family because he hates us. Just like how the aunt that's creepy that I love. She's like, I hated this family, and then I'm the matriarch now because I wanted to take this in a different direction. And they try to foreshadow it a little bit when Grace and Alex are having this pretty much Alex doing exposition of what the hide and seek game is about how like, if I were to tell you about this game, you would have left me. And that was like it was an example of his selfishness.
Yeah.
But I think that's dumb. Like it makes sense in the way of like, why would you tell your fiance that you might play a game that could kill you? Yeah, no one would do that.
Yeah.
No one. So to me, it was kind of like this doesn't feel like selfishness more than it feels like, no one would. Why would you tell your girlfriend? Like, I don't know, like on a first date, would you be like, oh, hey, let's get some drinks. Let me tell you about my crazy family.
Some of my parents are a little satanic.
Yeah. He did, granted, he did give her multiple outs.
Yes.
Before that wedding actually happens. So this is not me blaming the victim, but he did go, hey, you can leave now.
Yeah.
If you want to.
And the Pokemon we chose was Alolan Persian. This Pokemon was kind of difficult to pick out for what for this movie. But we did eventually settle on a Lowland Persian. For one, look how stupid it looks, and two, it's over. It's going to be on the opposite side.
Right.
So if you patted Rodriguez here, it'll be over here. But if I patted Rodriguez here, it'll be over here.
Okay.
I won't know until I edit. I forgot how it was. Anyways,
Its round face and smooth coat, softer than the most high-class velvet, have made this a very popular Pokemon in Alola. It looks down on everyone other than itself. Its preferred tactics are Sucker Punches and Blindside attacks.
so it's a very it's for rich people.
Mhm.
It's pulling from traditions of tourists because Alola is based off of Hawaii. It's pulling from tourists going to these tropical locations and I live here now, but also it's like you're colonizing here.
Mhm.
You're taking stuff that isn't yours, pride and elitism, and that's Alolan Persian right there.
And also Sucker Punches, like
that too. It's a dark type, right?
Mhm. It's dark
full
type.
dark.
It's full dark type.
Full dark type.
It's dark type. Connections to Satan there, to Black Cat, connections to Satan
Mhm.
there. But it's Sucker Punches. They see the Grace gets Sucker Punch by
Oh yeah,
put into this game,
yeah.
betrayed. I hate the butler. Also, justice for the three maids. The three maids that they kept killing. With the first death, I was like, oh, okay. The second death of one of the maids, I was kind of like, oh, okay, that sucks. I hope the other one's fine though. And then she kill off the last maid.
And also, the picture that I found doesn't fit the vibe of the sticker that I have. See, it's very haughty in how it looks, and it's very above you.
Also, a very good example of how a bipedal Pokemon can become quadrupedal. Quadrupedal? Quadrupedal? Is that the right word?
We're not going to introduce that kind of discourse on my YouTube channel.
We're introducing this discourse. Hey, how do you guys think about Three Houses?
So as before, we have ranked the movies that we watched in the month of February. For me, I ranked. I just had. It's a very narrow ranking. I had an A tier, Ready or Not, and then Fists of Fury. In B tier, I had Over the Hedge, Inkheart, and Iron Lung in that order, and then C tier, Mortuary Assistant.
So I did Great Inflation. My S tier was Ready or Not. I had a lot of fun watching it. Then for my A tier, I had Fist of Fury, Iron Lung. Then for B tier, I had Over the Hedge and Mortuary Assistant. However, the more I talk about it, I feel like I like Mortuary Assistants more than I think. And then for C, I had Inkheart.
That is all of the movies that we watched this month. Thank you very much for watching. If you came this far, do you have any last words to speak on?
I do stream. My username is Rebel Druid. We together have been doing our Stardew Valley streams. We've got to the first hard event with Harvey. Let's fucking go. Then I am starting to stream a little bit more on my YouTube. They will not be very well formatted until I can understand how YouTube works. But please watch. I'm starting my Final Fantasy X-2 stream. That's the Final Fantasy that made a lot of gay people.
Yes.
So please watch it if you want to become gay.
And the link will be in the description below, along with I probably already said it in the former clip. The link to my letterbox is in the description below as well. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to be passionate. And I'll see you later.